Hi, thanks for coming, thanks for joining, thanks for watching the video. Happy to have you here spreading good stuff to you and your dogs. I want to talk today about enrichment. Enrichment is something that dogs, we need it, they need it, all animals need some form of enrichment. You may see in a zoo that there's extra balls, there's buckets with holes cut out of them for polar bears to stick their heads in. All these things are really important to emotional and mental well-being. So we want to have some things that give our dogs some relaxation and some mental activity and some use of their nose. A good sniffing walk is a really great thing. Follow your dog, let them lead the way, let them check everybody's pee mail. Do that for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, your dog will come back in and just relax. But today I want to talk about some things that we can do inside the home. You can feed part of your dog's meals in these toys, but they're really great to work their mind and kind of give them a sense of working something out. I do like to mention any of these toys are very rewarding. So when you give this, you are giving a huge dose of reinforcement to your dog. So if your dog is wild and jumping all over the house and not doing anything that you find desirable, don't pull these out. Don't think, I'm going to calm them down, I'm going to give them something to do, right? Do something to redirect them. Calm them down and then present these. Otherwise, we build what we call a behavior chain, where we either build it through cues or they develop their own cycle and we reinforce it. Dogs that bark before dinner waiting to get their food, or any kind of different behavior that you've reinforced by hurrying to go do the thing for them so they'll just be quiet or just stop whatever they're doing, we reinforce that. So those behaviors get stronger and stronger. So when giving reinforcement, give reinforcement when they're doing something you like. That is really important. And that will take you a long way in training. If my dogs see me, if they're like chilling and they see me come out, they will immediately stand up. They will back up running across the room to target their beds and drop, because they know that they were doing something good and now they get their goodies. So this is a Zogo Flex Topple. The Topple is a cup that has little fingers inside. So you can put all kinds of different foods, and it actually holds better than you think. I usually put like a little bit of kefir, fermented kefir, or something in the bottom just to give it a little extra pizzazz so they work to get to that bottom. I twirl fish strips around and stuff it with dehydrated food. The sky's the limit as long as it's healthy for your dog. Stuff this thing. You can freeze it too, let them work on it to get it out, but you can also do this. This is really cool with the Topples. So there's a small and a large. The small and the large, excuse me, well, they pop together, which makes it more difficult for your dog. So they have to work to get this off, and they've got the holes here and here to smell whatever the goodness is inside. This is great for Ringo, my bigger poodle. This is harder for Ruby, so I don't want to make it too hard so she's frustrated, so she gets it this way. Ringo gets it this way. So these are the Topples. They're made by Zogo Flex. I don't make any money off of them. They're just great. These are some new ones that I just got this weekend at Clicker Expo. As you can see, I haven't even taken them out of the package yet. But these have the ability to stuff the ends inside. So these would be fun for like some looser or some bigger size treats that they want to work to get out. These I find are really cool. These would be great for bath time. These I just find on Amazon. I forget what the name of them are. Let's see. I actually have a new one. So let's see what the name of this is. Chase and Chomp Sticky Bone. These are really great for the bathtub. So you can put peanut butter, you can put cream cheese, sour cream. You see I've got a little treat wedged in there. They hold really well. They also have this space in the top, so You can put this in the bathtub. There's a lot out there having you smear peanut butter on the side of the bathtub. I'm a freak about chemicals, so I don't really want to think that my dogs are licking where I bleach or clean something with something that's harsher. So this is a good alternative. I also am planning, because I do a lot of conditioning on the grooming table, to make a little mount that this could suction to, a little plate that I can actually put on my bar so that the dogs can lick and do their thing while I'm grooming, to make a good association. So those are really great. This is another new one that I just got. Like I said, I haven't tried these. These are really new, but they're just some alternatives. These have several different options of putting little holes. I would think, you know, loose treats in these. These are super cool. Also made by Zogoflex. And as you can see, I have a bully stick. So if you have a dog that goes through bully sticks really fast, you can put the bully stick and work it out little by little as the dog needs it. And believe it or not, they love this. They still love like smelling this and chewing on the middle, and they hold out fairly well. They're a good strong thing. And the one thing that I really love about Zogoflex, they're non-toxic, so you don't have to worry. And then here we have your typical treat puzzle. You can put, I'm sure many of you have seen these. My dogs pick them up, turn them upside down, and shake them until they get everything out instead of doing the spin thing. Guess, you know, they're just smart. They know. So that's pretty clever that they do that. These are really cool. You can stuff both sides. These would be good for raw feeders. People who feed raw, you can pack the meat in there and do part of the meal, which is really nice. Another new thing I've just got, which I know will be great, is the wobbler, the Kong wobbler. And you just put loose treats in there and they have to work. It's got a sandy bottom, so they have to paw it to get things to move. This is one of Ringo's favorite things. As you can see, it's just about had it, but it's made by Kong as well. And you just put the treats down in the center, and they have to work and work and work to get them to pop out of the hole, and it's very wobbly. So they like that. This is another really cool one. These are made by Kong, and they open up. And you see we have a pouch here for treats, and then we have little pockets. So it makes it harder. And these have been the most challenging for my dogs. They still haven't really, they've only had them for a few days, but they haven't figured out to open them yet. But you want to make sure your dog doesn't get too frustrated. But this is a nice toy for enrichment if your dog doesn't rip things to shreds. We also have Kongs and these guys. These guys are really cool. You can just put some loose treats and they get to roll it around, and it's kind of crazy because it has the mohawk and it makes it roll different ways. Those are fun. Kongs, and I have another Kong in here, but everybody knows what a Kong is. I do recommend that if you're playing with your dog or allowing your dog to have these, do make sure that you're supervising. These can get their tongue stuck, and if you try to pull it, the suction creates more suction. So there's been a lot of dogs that have actually lost their life or been maimed because of these. So if something happens and you've let your dog have the Kong, I've never had a problem, but I'm moving away from using them. You don't try to pull it off. You take your dog straight to the vet, but supervise. What else have we got in here? This is a huge enrichment. Your dog should know drop it before you play. This is a new one, so it's still bolted up. It's actually a smaller version that I found this weekend at Clicker Expo that is flexible. So anyway, the idea is you play with your dog, but if your dog catches it, you play with it for a second. You let them play, and then you cue drop it, and you ask for a behavior. Using this as reinforcement is great, but it's also very enriching. Let's see, what else have I got? Sorry, I keep bending down. I'm digging through my pile. Oh, these are cool. So these are cool. These are great for puppies and adults. They have these little rings You can stuff. I usually put like a whole treat in each one, and puppies love to work around the edges and chew. It's really nice for their gums. But I find the older dogs really enjoy these too. You could also use it as a raw feeder. You could stuff the middle and put some raw stuff in there. This is another version of kind of the Kong topple. You can put some things, and you can close this or open it to make it harder or easier. So there's another great one. Is that all? There's this guy. I don't recommend this guy so much, but I'll show him to you. On hardwood floors, it's really loud and annoying. Outside on the mats, it's not so bad, but it's kind of hard for them to get the treats out. So it's more of a, if your dog gets frustrated easily, don't go with this one. It's got a little hole in there. You put the kibble in, and they have to like really work to roll it around to get it out. Like I say, this was a little frustrating. Anyway, I guess that's good for today. I'm at 11 minutes, so happy enrichment. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you have questions.